Alright, 2 months later with the Honor Magic 8 Pro, let's go. Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It's man like Jamo, and if it's your first time on the channel and you're feeling the vibe, make sure you leave a little subscribe and ding the notification bell. Now, we've been out here with the Honor Magic 8 Pro for the past 2 months. Honor were nice enough to invite me down, little press conference thing, gave me the phone to run up a little review on it. It does go back to them after this review is done, and they don't get to see this video before it comes out. So with them disclaimers out the way, let's get into what this thing has been saying over the past couple of months. Now, I'm gonna put the chapters in the description section below, just in case you guys wanna skip any part of this video and get to the part that matters to you most. Now, first up, we're gonna go off with the design. And I'm not gonna lie, the back of the phone, it definitely does look like something different, especially with this massive camera bump. But that's more time all the back of the phone has got going for it in terms of design. You've got this kind of metallic shiny thing, which is a little bit fingerprinty, but not too bad. Apart from that, the rest of the phone is your normal standard procedure Android smartphone situation. You got the little camera thing on the front of the phone right here for the selfies. On the back, as I said, you got the big camera bump. On the left-hand side, depending on how you're holding the phone, you've got a little camera button here, just like we've got on iPhones after, I don't know, iPhone 15 or something like that. So, you know, we're seeing a little bit of iPhone design language trickling in here, as has been the case for the past years on Honor smartphones, which is gonna make the iPhone users feel comfortable coming over, or if they're migrating over from iOS. But it might make some of the Android users feel a little bit antsy. I don't know, but you guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, it's clear when you look at the specs on this thing, Honor were going for a flagship device. And I'm gonna put the specs on the side of the screen there so you guys can pre that in more detail. But the main specs for me personally are the processor, which is the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, my first 8 Elite Gen 5 device. We got 12 gigabytes of RAM, which you can double up to 24 if you use a bit of the SSD as VRAM, and you got 512 gigabytes of SSD in this model alone. Not to mention over 6,000 milliamp hours of battery. Now, for the screen, we've got 6.71 inches, 120 hertz OLED thing, obviously. And for the cameras, it's looking a bit greedy because we got the 50 megapixel main sensor, the 200 megapixel telephoto sensor, we got a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and on the front facing cameras, we've got another 50 megapixels. Now, in terms of the software, it's kind of weird. It's almost like we got a kind of iPhone situation going on, because if you scroll down from the left, you've got notifications. If you scroll down from the right, you've got quick settings. And because it's Android, I've got my apps in a drawer, but you obviously can have them on the home screen as well. And coming from an iPhone recently, I felt this was right at home for me. But I also come from a Google Pixel line of devices, so having Android like this was also kind of nice for me, fam. So I feel like we kind of almost got a best of both worlds going on. However, if you only came from Android, you might be kind of thinking to yourselves, this ain't it. It's hard to get used to it when you're not used to the way that iOS works. But the way they've done this implementation, it's actually not that bad. One thing that is annoying about the software though is the duplication of apps. For example, we've got 2 calculator apps going on here, 2 calendar apps going on, 2 clock apps. You get it? It's just kind of annoying. Like, I've got my Gmail app here somewhere, which I just saw earlier, but I've also got an email app for the Honor as well. Like, yeah, it's just kind of unnecessary. It's not too deep because obviously you can long press on an app, go into app info, and you can either uninstall the app, or in most cases, if it's a system app, you can disable it. So for example, if I go into calculator, go into this, oh, I can uninstall that as well. So it looks like quite a lot of the duplication of apps you can actually uninstall yourself or disable them. It's just that a lot of people might not know how to do that. So just bear in mind, you got to get a lot of apps done and gone, so that you can get to doing what you need to do. Now, going on to my favorite bit of the video, let's talk about gaming, fam, because we got a lot of power going on here, especially with that Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 and that Adreno 840 GPU. Now, as you can see, I'm playing a game right now that doesn't really need hardly any graphics power as well. But as soon as I play something serious, like maybe Call of Duty, maybe PUBG, Fortnite, and yeah, them kind of joints there, the power is there to go, fam. Like, it can bang out games. I've not really had it slow down on anything, especially the emulators as well, fam. So yeah, if you're a gamer, you're definitely right at home to play games offline natively on the device itself. And it goes without saying that this is obviously also good for game streaming if you want to use a little bit of Xbox Game Pass now or Nvidia GeForce Now or them kind of things there. Now, camera app is kind of cool. Basically, you got your night, portrait, photo mode, video mode, pro mode, and you got more modes here like multi-video, slow-mo, panorama, time-lapse, macro. All the modes that you'd expect to be there are there, but what's more important to me is the performance of this actual camera. I feel like it does quite good. Now, for me, the only time I take pictures is a quick selfie and of food, and this camera is definitely able to do that without any issues. They look really good for social media, and obviously as a content creator, I use more video. It's nice to see that we've got 4K 60 on here on both the front and the rear front-facing cameras. We've also got a little dual mode where you can obviously have the camera face yourself and face forward, and you can have that in lots of different patterns going on there. My favorite lens, which is not something I usually say, is the telephoto lens, fam. That telephoto lens, yo, the background blur on that is creamy. It is creamy, guys. Like, I probably might have to do a dedicated camera test, comparison, review, whatever you want to call it, for this telephoto lens, because it's really giving a proper telephoto lens from an actual mirrorless camera where the aperture's nice and wide and you're getting a good bit of background defocus with the subject in good focus. Like, yeah, fam, like the lens compression is definitely there. Very impressive for a smartphone. Now, moving on to battery, a part of the video which is usually slept on. I'm not gonna beat around the bush, guys. This right here, this is the battery champion. This is actually the battery champion. I'm trying to bet like no less than 12 hours of on-screen time, minimum, guys. This will obviously get you through a day and a bit more. 12 hours, fam. This thing, and I'm talking, when I say minimum, I really mean minimum. Like, I've seen 15, I've seen 17 hours, fam. And these times it's like at 20% battery. That 6,700 milliamp hour battery is definitely doing its thing. If you're a battery, like, anxiety kind of person, this might be the phone for you, fam, because it really be doing its thing. That's all I have to say. Definitely a good battery. It's even saying, what, 24 hours left at 67%. Yo, behave yourself. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Honor have definitely made something that is very much worthy the flagship name tag, fam, and the price tag. I don't know what other companies have got going on this year, but if this is how Honor is starting 2026, then other companies better follow suit and make sure they make something better, because these guys ain't pulling no punches. Apart from the little bit of software bugginess with the duplication of apps, pretty much happy with this one, man. Can't lie. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and make sure you like, follow and subscribe if you've been vibing with the content.